What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. We are in episode 69. I got it right this time, right? 69?
Yeah, we on 69, man.
You know, I like to sit us in the past sometimes, man. I've set us back a few episodes
you set us back. Yeah. You never jumping forward, always going backwards. Don't set us back. We progressing, man. We progressing. Season 2, soon to be season 3. We almost to the halfway point of season 2.
You right, bro. You right, man. I'm sitting around trying to regress and stuff, man. You trying to push us forward. I'm trying to hold us back, man. I got to get to the opulence. What is that?
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? We only get there by pushing forward, you know what I mean?
There you go.
But yeah, 69. So 69, fun fact about 69, there's been no NBA players to ever wear the number 69. That's how I was able to find. But football, baseball, hockey, all wore the number 69, but not in the NBA or in recent history. Maybe before, like, you know, age of high media or whatever. But from what I was able to find, it said, based on Google can't lie. So if I'm telling false information, please do correct me. But based on Google, there's been no player in the history of the NBA who has worn a number 69.
Anybody worth it in these other sports? Dedicating episodes?
I mean, okay, so based on ranker.com that has the best sports player for each number, based on what they've said, is a football player by the name of Jared Allen. Some people might know him. Kansas City Chiefs, right? Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs. Played about 12 years in the league. He was nice. It was nice.
I'll tell you like this, bro. His name Jared. He got it. This episode. It's the Jared Allen episode.
Episode 69 goes to that boy Jared.
Hey, man, in honor of all the Jareds out there, man, episode 69 is for you. Hey,
minus the guy from Subway.
Minus the guy from Subway, man. He ruined it for us. Ruined it.
Killed the name.
Oh my God.
Put the name.
He did all that positivity, losing all that weight, man, and promoting good sandwiches. You know, us as sandwich guys, you know, we support
sandwich connoisseurs.
Yeah. And then he go ruin it. But, you know, hey, man, that's the past. We ain't holding on to the past, man. We're moving forward to the age of opulence, man. So, you know, we're going to keep it pushing. Hey, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk these cigars, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Me too,
man. Hold on. All right, so let me get into my cigar, man, this week. And I'm disgusted at what I see on the construction of this cigar already. But what I have is the Romeo Y Julieta 1875 Cedro Deluxe number 2. Boom.
Okay.
It comes wrapped in cedar. We got the little gold wrapper on the bottom, and then the band. The band.
Why so high?
It's high because it's wrapped around the actual cedar stick on the outside of it. So they didn't just cut the cedar short and put the band where it belongs. They put the band on top of the cedar stick. So when
that's lazy production.
This is lazy production. Come on, Romeo. What is this? Like, and this is literally me just seeing this just now. I took it out of the plastic, laid it down, didn't think nothing of it. And then right as we doing the show, I see this. This is, hey, Romeo. As a brand, right? You are one of the top 2, and you ain't number 1 brands with name recognition. As far as name recognition goes,
name residence
in the world of cigars. Don't do this. You got to do better, man. You are a high representation of the cigar culture just based off names alone.
That is lazy. That is lazy.
All right, so let's get into some actual information on the stick. This is the Romeo Y Julieta 1875 blend. You know, so this Cedro number 2 is basically the exact same thing as the regular 1875, but it wraps it in the cedar stick here to try to preserve and contribute to the flavor being aged even better. You know what I'm saying? And preserved and aged even better.
Yeah.
So I should theoretically, I should get more flavor out of this. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way it's been taken care of.
Yeah.
So
it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. I like the cedar. And anytime I see a cigar that I do like and has that cedar wrap, I'm expecting good things. Time in and time out. I'm expecting good things.
Should. Most definitely. The filler, the binder, Dominican Republican, the wrapper, Indonesian. And the origin is from the DR. And we got a Corona size, of course, as you can see here. So that's mixed what I'll be smoking today.
You got a price point on that?
This one was $12.75.
Okay.
And I think it's due to the fact that it was a Corona size, because the regular 1875 is priced around $18. Interesting enough, that was the most expensive Romeo Y Julieta in the store, was at the $18 point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like it.
I only went for this because of the cedar stick, and it's the same exact thing as the other one. So it's like, maybe let's go with the one that gives the better odds for that. Not based on price, but based on what appeared to be, quality, a nice touch.
Yeah. Hey, so do you want to go into how we got here? Or do you want to wait till we get our cigars lit and then we'll talk about how we got to this episode?
Yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there. We'll go there after we figure out how we got here.
All right, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce my stick. And I am excited to introduce this stick because it's something I haven't seen before. So on my Romeo, we're both smoking Romeo Y Julietas. And I've never seen this one. It is 1875, and I had to verify which one you had before I picked mine up. What I got this green band, boy.
Okay.
Envy. Romeo Y Julieta Envy. If you can see that.
Okay.
So it caught my eye immediately. It took me a while to find Romeo. As soon as I located this section in Humidor, started going down the line, looking at them. Okay, I've seen that one before, And then I go a little bit further and I look down and boom, pops right at me. Envy.
You know what's crazy? Is when I walked around, I had a hard time finding mine at first, but when I found it, you know what I did? I looked down, and that's where I found it.
And then you look down.
I looked down. I was looking up the whole time, and that's why I couldn't find it.
You would think at least mid-shelf. You would think at least mid. Mid-shelf.
It was mid to lower. It wasn't totally on the bottom shelf, but it was heading there, but it was somewhere in the middle going towards the bottom.
It was going south. It was getting bad.
It was getting bad. But that's a nice looking band.
It's a nice looking band. Nice name. And it's eye catcher. And I was pleasantly surprised that Romeo did this based on the conversation that we had off air after the last episode of saying, does Romeo have anything that just gets you there? Are they at that point? It's priced at $17.50, I believe it was. So I like the price. The price says premium, not upper premium, but mid premium. It says premium. So based on the price, based on the band, the appearance, the presentation, I'm expecting. And then with the name coupled with Romeo, which we'll get into later, I'm expecting great things. Well, no. I'm hoping for great things. Not expecting. I'm hoping. All right, so let me run down my stick here. So we got a Nicaraguan wrapper, origin Nicaraguan, binder, filler, Nicaraguan, all the way through and through.
Okay.
Through and through.
Right.
So not a lot of tricks going on here, a lot of flips or whatever, just straight through and through. Nice band, good construction, feels good. So it feels like this was kept very well in the humidor, not hard, not too mushy or whatever, like over humidified. So my construction is good. Don't look like they cheaped out on me.
Can't blame it on that.
Can't blame it on that. I was very careful in my selection. So I'm going with a V-cut. I've been V-cut lately. And shame on me, I am going big. Yeah,
you bigging it?
Yeah, give it a smell test. Smells good. Yeah.
Got the cedar off, got the band off. Shout out to Floss, Pluck It and File It. You know what I'm saying?
Pluck It and File It. There we go. Shout out to Floss, Flossie Carter.
Yeah, man. Now that's something we should do though. You know, I got to start filing my good bands. We talked about that in the past.
Yeah. Oh man, yes. That is something that we have gotten away from in more recent times. And then, which is weird though, because like we're kind of back to our infancy stage of exploration. You know what I mean? Like we went through that period where we're exploring, trying to find out the cigars that's for us, and then we got comfortable where we were at, and then we stopped collecting bands because we were comfortable with what we like. And then now, even with the show has helped us, or helped me at least, I know for sure. Yeah, want to get out and discover what else is out there, and even in the brands that we know very well. What else are they offering? And getting back to collecting those bands so we can remember and going back and saying, yeah, that was the one. That was the one. So, I'm with you on that.
I've done some more exploration due to the show, more so than I did my own. Like you said, you get to the point where you get settled in what you like once you find it. So this says, that's a good way you put that. It's taking us back to our infancy.
Really pleasant on first light. So going to my profile. So the profile was medium to full. And then as far as harshness, and then medium to the harsh area. So not super light, but then just a little bit over the medium. So I'm expecting a little spice to come in here. You know, that pleasant spice is what I'm assuming is going to happen. And I hate to try to predict what my cigar is going to do. I like for a new cigar to kind of just take me on a ride. Mm-hmm. But I'm expecting a little bit of spice to come in, a pleasant spice. But so far, that first puff was nice and smooth.
You know what I just thought about on this particular cigar I have?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's such a small ring, you know what I'm saying, on this particular stick,
mm-hmm.
I should have a better experience. Because, you know, sometimes we talk about like the smaller ones, more than that, like that cigarillo, smaller type shape, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You end up getting, they're pleasant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to burn fast, but they're actually pleasant experiences.
Yeah. And they give you a full ride.
Yeah, just because of the size of it. I'm hoping.
Yeah, the gauge,
the gauge, yeah. I'm hoping I get a better experience out of that.
Anything particular you're pairing? I got some Jameson, some whiskey, with some ginger ale, splash of ginger ale. One of my favorite cigar mixes, cigar pairings.
I got some pineapple lemonade and some reposado just splashed in the mix there. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, it ain't no special name on it. You know, it's just
some reposado.
Small.
It's reposado.
Small little thing I was given here. I just threw it in there.
It's all good. It's reposado.
Yeah, it's reposado. That's all y'all need to know. You know what I mean? You understand me? It's reposado. You understand? For some reason I still ain't got this thing lit perfectly like I want, man. It's a little uneven here, but that's more on me than I think the cigar.
Yeah, you look like me right now. You look like typical me.
Mm-hmm.
Uneven burns. It's all good. Hey, look, trust the process.
This what it feels like?
That's what it feels like. Trust the process. Just trust the process. It'll even out.
This feeling stinks. This feeling sucks.
That's what I go through every time. I
don't want to be this. So look, you touched on something earlier. We'll go ahead and jump into it. It was like, what the hell? You was pretty much like, hey man, you want to get into how we got here. We got here at the Romeo Y Julieta episode that we have low-key done slid into that y'all didn't even realize. And we got here because we had the conversation last week discussing brands that you think of as being luxurious cigars, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And comparing them to luxurious cars and what they are. Romeo didn't make the conversation, but off air, we had a conversation that went back to a previous conversation we had where I had kind of got into some of my gripes about Romeo. So I was like, look, let's smoke a Romeo and be fair to Romeo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, my gripe with Romeo has been the mediocrity that I feel like I've dealt with from Romeo Y Julieta compared to what type of name cachet they have in our industry. Like, I feel like Romeo is being one of those names that people know about. Any novice, any beginner smoker, anybody who doesn't smoke cigars, but thinks of a cigar name, is Cohiba and Romeo Y Julieta. Now, Cohiba has lived up to their end of the bargain, providing an array of cigars and some really high quality, high-end cigars that make you say, okay, that's why they smoke cigars. That's nice.
Yeah, that's why I know Cohiba. That's why Cohiba has been a name that I've heard.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't feel like Romeo has lived up to that. And I feel like Romeo really needs to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and represent a little bit harder for us. You know what I'm saying? Because you're an important name in this industry, and nobody ever put no pressure on Romeo about it.
Put no pressure on you. They just pull your weight, Romeo.
Because you carry a lot of weight, whether you realize it or not. You can't be out here looking like that, man.
Here's the thing, like even more so than we spoke about Rocky really heavy last time.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, I feel like Romeo's name transcended more so to the novice than Rocky did or has in our time smoking, and then prior to our introduction into cigars. So, give you a quick backdrop. I don't know if we spoke about this on the show before. My first cigar was a Romeo. Your first cigar was a Cohiba.
Correct.
And we were on South Beach, chilling with the idea that we're going to smoke cigars for the first time. Don't know how we got to this conclusion in life, but we did. We arrived at the same conclusion at the same exact time.
I'm pretty sure we had this trip planned to Miami, and I think you reached out to me like, hey man, I want to smoke cigars when we go down there. And I was like, yeah, I'm with that. I want to do that too. You know, so it was like, all right, cool. Now we just know we gonna smoke cigars when we hit Miami.
We don't know how. We don't know where to find. We don't know where we're gonna find cigars. Was the cigar lounges? I don't know nothing about Little Havana. We don't know nothing about all that stuff at this point.
Didn't know none of this stuff existed. You know what I'm saying? Just like, hey man, we gonna do it when we get there.
Had no idea about the cigar culture. And for some way, reason, shape, form, or whatever, we're on South Beach and a cigar angel pops up out of nowhere. We park the car and we walking, trying to get to the strip, Ocean Drive or whatever. And I guess a cigar angel, because where'd she come from? I don't know.
She just popped up out of nowhere.
And I don't even know if they still do it.
And cigars on it. Y'all want to buy some cigars? She took us to an alley and we bought cigars from her. This is like, I've never even seen this happen since after we left to Miami.
Before or since
that trip? Like, no, I don't even know if we saw any more of that trip. Like, this was the ghost of Cigar Pass just showed up and took care of us, man. Like, she was
like, hey, you want to buy some cigars?
Cigar angel.
And we were like, as a matter of fact, we do.
We do. How'd you know?
How'd you know? And I picked out my cigar. It was a Romeo. I wasn't even aware what you were picking. I had no idea what we were looking at. And you picked the Cohiba. I knew the name. The name was familiar. Romeo was familiar. I think Romeo is what we carried at the hotels while it was familiar to me, the hotel I worked at the time. Mm-hmm. And of course, knew the name Cohiba. And we smoked them. And my introduction into the cigar world was through Romeo. So my finest for Romeo is high. It is high. Even though I have not smoked as many Romeos as I should have, if you're a cigar that introduced me to the cigar culture and it sustained me to keep me there, to keep me wanting more, and I have not smoked you as often as Rocky or smoked you as often as Monte Cristo. Plasencia has come in I've smoked way more Plasencia than I've ever smoked Romeo, and I've only discovered Plasencia in the last 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that crazy? Now, why is that? Because I have my suspicion why that is, but you tell me, why is that?
It's because the impact, the stamp. You come in and you put a stamp the way you do when you're a Monte Cristo, or you come and put a stamp the way you do when you're Cohiba or Drew Estate or Placencia, and you make a statement and you carry your weight plus some. Not just carrying your weight, because certain names don't have the weight of the cigar culture is not on your hands. They're not necessarily all the way on your shoulders. You're carrying the piece, but you're not carrying the brunt of everything. Being one of those names that everybody knows, whether you're a novice or whether you're an enthusiast or an aficionado, you've been around for a while, or you don't know anything about cigars, like you're not even interested in cigars. But somebody say something about cigars, or you got a friend. Matter of fact, I've had people who've bought cigars for cigar smokers, like as they're like going away gifts and things like that, and they have an idea what to get based off of what the names that go. Hey, I don't know nothing about cigars, but I do know this. What you know about that? They'll come and ask me questions about cigars they should buy for somebody who's a cigar. Hey, my father-in-law is a big cigar guy. I want to get him. What do you think about this? And Romeo is one of those names that'll come up. Romeo, Cohiba, there's Rocky Patel.
Yeah.
So that lets you know the weight of what you do or who you are. You carry a big portion of that weight on your shoulders by your name.
I agree. Now, while we on the subject of this, we go back to our first experience. There was a point me and you exchanged cigars. I don't know if you recall this.
Now,
we might have been on the beach at this point. We were off the.
I think we were
no longer at the restaurants, were we?
No, we were at the restaurant. No, we was at the restaurant.
The first smoke was at the restaurant. We ate good. We had so we ate. We eating seafood first of all.
Seafood, biche, whatever it's called.
Biche. We were sitting there, biche. Garçon bring the food out. You know what I'm saying? He bring us the big plates. We get busy. The cool air breeze is blowing. It's hot. You know what I'm saying? And the water is flowing over there. We're like, let's crack these cigars open. We don't know what we're doing at this point. It's time. I think one of the girls came by. You want us to clip it for you? Please do, because I don't know what I'm doing. She clipped it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe even lit it for us.
She probably torched us up. You know what I'm saying? More than likely. We like, I like this. This ain't bad. We do this whole thing. The ladies is with us. Say, let us try. We're going to pass it off. Let the ladies, do their little thing, take the pose with it, take their pictures. We get it back. We chilling. We feeling like some bosses. And we like, this is good. This is good life. Me and you exchange because we don't know no better at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds weird, but you exchange liquor. You like, hey, hit this drink. You know what I'm saying?
Or you pass the blood or whatever, stuff like that. But nobody shares cigars.
Nobody shares cigars.
Let me take a puff of your cigar. What we do.
We did it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't done it since, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me get some of that Black and Mild. You know what I'm saying? Let me put the puff that back.
We had no training. We had an intention. We went out, we did it. We was like, trying to see if ours was any different from one another. And it was. It actually was different. It was. I noticed there was a difference. I was like, all right, give me my Cohiba back, dude. We done. Like,
You had enough of this.
Take yours back. I want my Cohiba back. You know what I'm saying? So, that was one thing. So, like you said, we're in the infancy age. So now we get back to our homes and, the trip's over and we're excited about cigars. We're going back and forth and we're looking at places to go buy cigars. We find our own shops nearby where we live at and we're on the way now. We're on our journey. Now I'm going to tell you what happened in the beginning stages of my journey looking for a cigar. I was now chasing the high of Cohiba from that point forward. Everybody, how they be like, the basketball players are chasing GOAT. Mm-hmm. All the cigars were chasing GOAT from that point forward. And I got home, tried some out. That ain't hit me. Not like quite, Cohiba. That ain't it. I had already saved my Cohiba. I had clipped it and saved it. So I was still kind of taking a little bit of it here and there where I could. And it still was just better than everything else I was getting. So I'm like, all right. But over the course of the journey, you start finding stuff you like. So for me, Cohiba, it set the bar. And it was like, this is my standard. This is the type of cigar and experience I'm looking for. That's where it was great for me. Now, for you, I get the feeling your perspective was, I'm just looking for a cigar. And if you finding stuff better along the way, and you were just enthusiastic. But for me, every cigar was behind the 8-ball for a while until we started getting into your edges. And it's like, okay, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rocky. You know what I'm saying? He was able to kind of make me finally be like, all right, I don't have to just be mad I can't find another Cohiba. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, I wasn't going to pay Cohiba prices. That was on a vacation. We went a while. I went a while before I smoked another Cohiba because I was unwilling to spend the price point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The first time I had my own Cohiba, it took me years to get there.
Yeah. So it was like that. Shout out to Alec because Alec put me there. That's why I'm so hard on Alec.
Alec held it down. Alec held it down for a while. Definitely held it down for a while.
Mm-hmm. But for you, on the other hand, like you said, your experience wasn't chasing something that could match what Romeo did. You just was...
Yeah, it was just about building on culture. Yeah, it was about building on the experience I had with the Romeo, which was a nice experience. Like, I wasn't turned away, and we've had friends of ours or people that we might have tried to introduce to cigar culture, and they're like, I can't do cigars. I can't do it. It wasn't a cigar that was for them or that was enough to welcome into the cigar culture. But Romeo was enough. It was enough. Yeah. It was enough to say, I like this. You know, like the flavors were good enough. You know, the vibe was good enough to... Everything encompassing with the Romeo was good enough to get me there. You know, so I was necessarily chasing that. It was just sustaining that.
So for you, it was like, okay, that's solid. I like that. Let's see if there's other stuff I like out there. See, and that's the thing with Romeo. That is exactly what the brand is being. Because I didn't go right to Romeo right away after that because I had your Romeo and I said, I'm chasing something better than what Romeo can give. In my mind as a novice, I didn't go to Romeo right away. I went and tried all these other brands. Years later, I go back and I try Romeo and I'm like, kind of still what I thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like...
Years later, it's kind of like, it's still what I thought. And then it's like, okay, how long are you going to be mid, Romeo? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I was going to say that. Like, how many times through a name, with a name like that, throughout your journey, are you going to find, like, where is your one? Where's your one? My father's. You deliver. Similar situation. We're in... No, matter of fact, no. We didn't exchange cigars this time. We were in Miami again. We was on Biscayne Bay. Matter of fact, this time we was in Miami again. I can't remember what cigar I had. I wish I could remember what cigar I had that night. We were on the balcony. You had your My Father's, your Flora Antelisa, I think it's called. Yeah. I had whatever I had, and he was like, I'm loving my cigar.
Yeah.
And then we found our way at the mall on Biscayne Bay at Bayside.
Yeah. And
I found that cigar. And I don't know what it is about you in Miami. You keep finding the cigars.
I get off in Miami. I'm alive when I'm in Miami, bro. Like,
ever since
then, guy come and land on my shoulder and be like, "Hey, bro, get that, get that."
You in Miami? This the one. And ever since then, I was stuck on my father's. We went to the mall. We went to Bayside, had some Strombolis. And we went and got some. I went and found that My Father's that you had. I'm like, oh, that's the one you was smoking last night. Grabbed it, fell in love with it. So it's like My Father's can give me that one. Cohiba can give me a few. Placencia can give me a few. Jewel Estate can give me a few. Monte Cristo can give me a couple. You know, Alec used to have a few.
Yeah.
But Romeo, you never gave me. You never gave me. You know, and I might be more mad than you now at this point because you was ready to go off last week. And I think I'm more ready to go off because I'm more passionate about my first experience and saying, Like, you never gave me one. Like, you got me in the game, but you never gave me one. Like, you never went and put up 50. Why you ain't never put up 50? Gilbert Arenas, you put up 60? Like, why you ain't never put up 50?
Why? Why you ain't putting up? You know who Romeo is right now? Romeo is AD. You know what I'm saying? That's what Romeo is right now. That's how you looking. We looking at Romeo like take over
real AD-ish.
Take over the team, Romeo. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got the name recognition. You the man. Like, go take over the team. But instead, what he doing when you Romeo be hurt. Romeo hurt around here, man.
Romeo looked like your cigar before you took the band off.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, Romeo. Like, straight up, for real. Like, Romeo owes the culture more. Like, I'm taking a hard stance on it. Gurkha, we already know you ain't gonna carry it. You are what you are. Yeah. You out here hustling for a buck. You know what I'm saying? Gurkha's in it for a buck. It is what it is. But Romeo, like, you the OG.
Gurkha's James Harden.
You say who's Gurkha's James Harden? Gurkha James Harden for real.
I know some people love James Harden. I do not like James Harden game, but you ain't gonna win no chips. I'm sorry, James.
You ain't gonna win no chips, man. You know, and that's Gurkha. Some people love it, some people hate it. Just like James Harden, some people love him, some people hate him. But it's hard to win with him. You know what I'm saying? Regardless how you feel about him, it's hard to win with him, and that's Gurkha. Romeo though, you like. Everybody knows you. You go back to the beginning of cigar culture, like one of the first names. You know what I'm saying? Like
top five. AD was top five. AD was top five in the game. Romeo, you were top five. For Vernon's cigars, between Jared and I, and most of the cigar people that I know, Romeo was top five. Top five names. Not talking about top five cigars, but top five names. Recognizable names.
That's all we talking about. Your popularity. This ain't about quality, because you're giving us what you're giving us. You know what I'm saying? Not bad, but for your popularity, you owe more. You owe more. You know what I'm saying? You
take over the
so
game.
Much more.
Take over the game. Bro. Be clutch in the moments where I need you to be clutch at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Where's your game winner? Where's your game winner? You fumble with the ball. You fumble the ball. You turn the ball over in the final seconds where you could have hit the game-winning shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Romeo got this big contract, and we can't get number 15 points out of him. And I appreciate you 15. That's solid. You know what I'm saying? You give us 15 points and you give us your little 7 rebounds. That's cool. But you don't get a max deal with that. Like right now, Romeo is got a max deal because we respect the name. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, come on, man, you gonna lose people for the culture if you don't put something out better than.
And to put this in perspective, for those who don't know, we have been in the game for at least 14 years now.
Yeah.
So we're not speaking on Romeo from a perspective of being around for just a year or two. We're talking about we've been around this thing and looking for these cigar brands and cigar lines for 14 plus years. So we know what we're looking for. We know what we're asking for. We know what we're expecting. And whether you was that before, like we talked about Gurkha in the last episode, what they were in the 90s and what they aren't now, we're speaking on over a decade and a half almost of we're looking for what have you done for us lately?
Yeah. Yeah. What have you done? Why are you letting all these other brands come out and just run past you? Why is Rocky lapping you right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why Rocky have to come from nothing and become something, get his weight up and take over the game, and you just go ahead, Rocky, take it. Here, Rocky. Like, why you gotta be like that for? Like, why Drew come in the game just doing Drew basically came in the game as a manager. You know what I'm saying? And got a contract. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
doing numbers.
Yeah. Like what's the little managers in what they call them in high school, in college also, when they pretty much just help the players out and stuff like that. What's some
managers? What they call them?
Managers, right?
Man.
Yeah, manager. Yeah. Drew came in the game like a manager and got to be the 12th man. And
hey, throw those jerseys on real quick. We down too many players. Somebody got hurt. A couple people got hurt. here's a jersey. Now go get in the
That's
game.
how they did Drew.
And then got in the game and got off.
Got off. Like, hey, Drew, man. Hey, look, man. Come on back, man. We're gonna run you again, man. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, they're like, hey, Drew, man, we running a scrimmage today. Why don't you play with the starters today? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that Drew got his weight up out here. Romeo, meanwhile, same old. What Romeo drop? Got like 6 sticks out right now. You know what I'm saying? Romeo ain't even got nothing out. Like, I go to the humidors, people don't even be buying it no more. Like, I went to my cigar shop. It was like 4 Romeos to choose from. Like, you know.
You know what? Matter of fact, let me mention this. I'm pretty sure you've had an experience where you picked up a couple cigars and you take them to the counter, and the person ring you up. They're impressed with your selection. You ever had that situation?
Yeah.
Have you ever picked up a Romeo and purchased it and got
No, never.
I like
Never. I bought this. He didn't even give a damn. He was like, good choice. And you're gonna enjoy that. Hey, if you like this Romeo, why don't you try this Romeo? I don't get that. Nope.
Never got that. Especially not this time, right? I didn't. I don't even think the person even looked at me, honestly, when he rang me up. He gave me eye contact.
Now get this. You know what their flagship one is?
Mm-hmm.
What we smoking. 1875 is that
1875.
one for Romeo. 1875 is that one for Romeo. Now, of course, me and you both have a variation of it.
Yeah.
This is their flagship. Now, I'll say this, we're at the halfway mark. Decent stick. But does it stop my rant? No, it doesn't.
Nope. Because that would have been funny. That would have been funny. Like, I had some things to say about Romeo, but it's not a showstopper.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like the draw on this thing. I feel like I'm about to squeeze every muscle in my throat trying to get a good draw on it.
I mean, I can already tell. I can already tell just based off your presentation. Presentation also means a lot to me based on, or what presentation tells me is also your construction. Where your presentation is lets me know how much you care about the cigars you're rolling. Whether it's a manufacturer roll or whether it's a hand roll, it lets me know about the consideration and the care for your cigar when you're rolling and constructing your cigar. That's what your presentation kind of lets me know. Now, is it always 100% spot on, 1 for 1? Not always. But for the most part, it lines up. How you prepare your cigar also evens up with your presentation.
Yeah,
your production presentation usually always goes hand in hand.
I agree. You know, and that's, I'm getting a little bit of that. Is it poorly constructed? Not poorly constructed, but you can see where it can improve on.
But it could be better. It could be better.
I see the potential in this stick. Is it cool? Yeah. Would I smoke it again? Yeah. But at the same time, do I want this draw is an issue for me. Like, I don't have this problem normally with cigars. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to do that. Look like I'm sucking a lemon trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But that's Romeo. Just, hey man, we got the name, we got our customer base. Let's just float under the radar and stay popular. Just floating under the radar.
Just enough. Just doing enough. You know, which is similar but separate from Gurkha. It's similar in the idea of I have a name and I'm just gonna ride what I got. I'm not gonna go over and lean into putting extra into what I'm doing if what I'm doing is just enough just to keep me right where I'm at. As long as my name stays relevant, I'll know I'll still be able to get on the court. I'll still know I'll be able to sign with a team and get a good deal, a max deal.
Yeah. It's how Romeo living. Man. And look at this. Cohiba don't put out a large amount of cigars themselves either. You know what I'm saying? They line ain't like like Rocky or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they're very consistent in what they do. They give you diversity within the lines that they do provide. They like an Oliva. You know what I'm saying? They like an Oliva.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are the type of brands that I got a couple of them. I got a lot of bangers along the way, but I ain't gonna hit you off bangers. I ain't gonna go crazy though. It's like Illmatic. I'm gonna give you 10. They gonna hit. And you know what I'm saying? That's all you get. I'm not about to give you 18 tracks.
18, 20. 20, or wait. Get you 17 and get you 3 bangers.
Yeah. They ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna give you 17 tracks and 3 bangers, you know what I'm saying, out of the whole 17 and get
3
you
for
hyped
17.
up. Yeah. They don't shoot 3 for 17 like some albums shoot.
I ain't gonna speak on it, Meek Mill.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Albums drop, get you looking forward to it because you love them, and, you know, and then they come out like, yeah, we about to be on some Kobe and Shaq stuff, and then we go 3 for 17 from the line.
Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
Ross, man, you my guy, man. Meek Mill. Meek, I like Meek.
You know how we praise Ross on this show. Ross done got so much praise, man.
Yeah. I just want a little bit more out of that. Too good to be true. But anyway, I digress. I'm not gonna get into that. Because I want to get into this. What's up?
No, I was gonna say, but that goes to how some people feel like, hey man, take what you can get. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, this is what I got for you. Take it or leave it type stuff. Man, that seems to be the mentality of a lot of.
But is that okay? You know what? I mean, honestly,
Lauryn Hill just went on stage not too long ago and said, y'all complain about me being late. Y'all lucky I even showed up. That's the sentiment of the world.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't got no.
But at the same time, so
that ain't no bar. That's disrespect.
It is a bar.
You going?
It's a bar. It's a bar. It's a bar. I will say that only because Lauryn Hill is who she is. Now, don't get me wrong. Lauryn Hill, I appreciate Lauryn Hill, but not everybody can have that sentiment. So it's a bar for Lauryn Hill, but it's not a bar for. Give me somebody. What are these new artists? I can't even name them. It's not a bar for Meek Mill. Yeah. You still got to give me. You got to give me, right? Because you didn't give me that what Lauryn Hill gave me. You know what I'm saying? Even though you gave me, you didn't give me that of what Lauryn Hill gave me. It's like D'Angelo, right? I'm a big D'Angelo fan. D'Angelo got 3 albums in 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And 2 was great. 1 was the last one, Black Messiah, which I actually like. But for him, I could take that. I can take that. You lucky I showed up. I will take that because I was a big D'Angelo guy. But that doesn't ring true for everybody. And I was having a similar conversation with my daughter this morning, talking about because I was going through Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu and Amazon Prime and trying to find content to sit and watch this morning and last night as well. And I'm like, I can't find nothing that I'm interested in. It's a lot out there, which is just showing up. But then the quality of content that we're getting is minimal, right? And it's like there's so much content out there, but the product that they're giving us, the quality of it is minimal. Like, what is entertaining? What is back in the day? And this is what I was speaking about this morning too to her was, man, we didn't have that many options, but what we had was dope options. I remember waking up Saturday morning, we have Saturday morning cartoons, and then we have a couple of regular shows or some fun shows, some Double Dare or some Guts or something like that on Nickelodeon. And then for the rest of the day, rest of Saturday, it was nothing for kids to watch, right? It was all regular entertainment. Like my pops was watching bowling all Saturday afternoon, right? You know what I'm saying? Bowling. And then it was nothing for kids to watch. Go out and play. But what we had in the morning, and even yesterday, me and my son, we were talking about, he was like, what's your top 5 Nickelodeon shows of all time? And I was rattling them off, you know. But what we had was quality when we had it. We didn't have a lot of it, but what we had was quality that just sat with us for so many years. And that brings that nostalgia back when we think about it. And we have a happy place when we think about it. That takes us to a good place. But now it's like we got a lot of people that what Lauryn Hill said, like I said, it's a bar for me, it's a bar for Lauryn Hill, but not a bar for society to take and really grow off of. You lucky I showed up, which is a lot of the content that we get is that, hey, we're showing up. We're giving you content. Be happy that I'm giving you content or that I'm here presenting something to you. But is it of quality?
Yeah, it's not. And that's a lot of what the issue is. It is not quality. And doubling back to that Lauryn thing, I don't think it's a bar for her because her fans are complaining that not only cause I get your perspective on it. She's elite. She's royalty in this game as far as R&B music and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't give you the pass in my eyes for you to say, you lucky I showed up. No, you lucky the fan showed up. You know what I'm saying? You lucky. And that's what it comes down to.
That's a bar.
I paid my money. That's the bar. You lucky I showed up, Lauren. You know what I'm saying? So I paid my money to you. Now you got me waiting here for you to come here and sing remix versions of your songs that I don't know. Because you bored with them now, so you want to do something that's fun for you. You want to change them up, but I don't know these versions. I paid for. I want to hear you sing them like they are on the album. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to sing what I
ain't gonna lie. That was the bar. That was the bar. You lucky I showed up. You lucky I showed up, Romeo.
Yes, and now we flip the line. Romeo say we lucky he showed up. No, Romeo, you lucky I showed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I put my money behind it.
You know what?
Romeo without you.
Honestly,
no Lauren without me wanting Lauren's material.
I like that.
And the same thing Netflix and all these other networks. You keep putting out these crappy shows. You lucky I'm showing up every month with my membership. Like,
yeah. You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna say this. Cause I've been watching like Netflix specials or comedy comedians and whatnot, and they haven't been good. It hasn't been funny. It hasn't been something that I
love in a while.
And it's like, remember when? Well, I don't even say remember when, but it's just when comedians got specials, it was special.
It was a big deal. They were all great. You didn't get a special and it'd be mediocre back in the 90s. Like everybody's special was like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And even in the 2000s, early 2000s, you got a special. You it's special. It's gonna be special. You know, it might not be your favorite. It might not be Eddie Murphy Raw, but it was special. You know what I'm saying? As much as people like to try to down Kevin Hart specials were special.
His specials,
Cat Williams specials
in the past. I'm not gonna say some of Kevin's stuff now. Like the stuff from the 2024. But his stuff in the teens.
We talking about last 3 years, yeah. Yeah.
His stuff in the teens, special. Like you say, Cat Williams, special. Dave Chappelle his stuff is still special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
still special.
Everybody else, even Chris Rock, his stuff in the 90s, early 2000s, special.
Bigger and blacker, yeah. Man. Because I think it's just about getting content. People are so focused on just delivering content. And I think this is just because of how the algorithms are. How it is I just have to make sure I get an audience. I get followers on social media. I get an audience. I just have to deliver content now. And the way I get paid is not because you like it, it's because you clicked it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For songs,
even recognition made me click it.
Yeah. Even with music. Drake's album. The name recognition made me buy it. And this is all Italian, actually. Like the way we talking about, this is all Italian, even the Romeo. Drake's album that came out wasn't great to me. It wasn't great to most people, I think. But the fact that you're Drake, I'm going to click it. And I'm going to get paid because you clicked it. And in order for me to get paid, for a view to be a view, or a listen to be a listen on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, you just got to play a song for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And that view counts. That listen counts. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I got 1 million views, but how many million views went for 3 minutes and 30 seconds of your song? How many of those views went for 10 minutes of your skit? Yeah. Maybe it was 30 seconds. Did you guess? I got the clicks, I got the listens, but did you stick around? Are you coming back? Are you sharing it? Is it or am I just getting you because of my name? And I'm just taking money and collecting money because I got a name that's garnering click.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all it is. People are looking at these creators are looking at it like, hey, look, I got a name now. I just got to get 30 seconds of your attention. You might like it, you might not like it. And if you don't like this one, you're going to go to the next one. You're going to listen to that for 30 seconds. You don't like that one, you're going to go to the next one, listen to that for 30 seconds. You're going to give me a shot. I'm gonna find 2 million people to give me a shot and listen to each one of my songs for 30 seconds, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, you're gonna give it a shot because you know me.
And that's different from how Yeah, and that's different from how it used to be when we used to go to the record store and we used to put the headphones on and you listen to the CD in the store and you're gonna listen to it for 30 seconds, or they might give you a snippet for 30 seconds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then you had to like it or not like it. If you liked it, you bought it. If you didn't like it, that CD sat on the shelf. You didn't get credit for that list.
That's correct. Didn't matter.
Now you get credit for that.
It. And you had to go to the store and buy it. You preview. We all previewed it. I remember going up, waiting in line for the headphones. Then they move out of the way. You scan it, and then you hit your little button and play it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh yeah, I'm about to buy this.
I'm about to get this.
That would be it. Or, man, all right.
This ain't
take
it.
it back to the shelf and sit it down. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't want this. I don't want this. Let me go find something else. You know what I'm saying? So
think how many people would miss out now if it was like that. How much
so many people. But then that drives the quality. So now I know my quality has to be something that's going to make you say, I want to buy this in order for me to get paid off of it. Instead of just, I need you to listen for 30 seconds. I'm going to get paid.
Yeah. And like you say, all you got to do is be famous enough to get them to listen for 30 seconds. The fame will make them give you a chance for 30 seconds. Like,
yes, the name.
Like me and you, if they don't know us, they ain't gonna give us that chance. You know what I'm saying? Because the name recognition ain't there. But somebody, Drake, this might get better. Let me just keep listening.
Yeah, he might have something. Too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, I'm gonna keep listening. I'm gonna find something.
Yeah, something's gonna be good up here. I'll just keep listening. Maybe the beat's gonna switch. All right, this one ain't for me. And then, but
yeah, whether I liked it or not, you still got paid for me to either like it or not like it for 30 seconds.
That's it. And then I get another chance because the numbers came out good. Label or Netflix is gonna say, "Hey, man, we got you for a season 2. You want to come do another special? You did good on views, like because people clicked it."
Yeah, and Netflix is gonna get paid, so yeah, they're gonna use you up. Yeah, go do some more. Your name is still good. Your name is still good in the streets. Go do some more.
Yeah, man.
Because you got to know.
And that's where, and it comes full circle because basically that's what Rocky's doing. Rocky's doing the same thing, Romeo Y Julieta is using name recognition. They'll always have a new person coming to give them a try. And they will always have somebody who knows the name, sees it, and says, let me try it again. Maybe it just was last time. And it's coming up mid.
Yeah. So, hey, man.
We want to do these reviews, man.
We on the same page.
Yeah.
You want me to go first or you want to go first? I'll go first. No. All right. Okay. I'll go first. You want me to go first?
I'll go. I'll get it out of the way, man. I'll say this. Started off very nice, very pleasant. Very smooth cigar. You know what I'm saying? It's got you can pick up on some cedar. I don't know how much of that is influenced by the actual encasing of it, that it was wrapped in. There was a little bit of spice on the initial light, but I think that is just harshness, that some cigars have when you first light up. There was definitely some cocoa on it, and I would say this was without a shadow of a doubt a medium body cigar throughout it. It had a lot of potential, the cigar, like I say, because it gave me feelings that some of my more favorite cigars gave me. So the potential was there. Where it lost me at was through the draw. Very difficult to do. I did have some issues where I felt the need to keep lighting it. I've relit it about 4 times throughout going of this cigar. So lets me know there's probably some construction issues, which you pointed out from the beginning when you said you can tell by the way they didn't take their time with the design that it might be some construction problems, you know what I'm saying? Which I feel like that's very well possible. Other notes that I picked up on, there's probably like a little bit of a hazelnut type sweetness to it, but those are predominantly what I had. But I like cedar. I like cocoa. Yeah, I like hazelnut and the stick. You know what I'm saying? So these are all good things. I wouldn't go as far as to say a creaminess to the smoke, but it was a light smoke that was enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? It was a good stick overall, but it had potential to be a better stick. I will give it the beloved 4 score. It will reach the 4 on 1 to 5.
Ooh.
Could it have gone higher?
Higher?
Probably could have got to a 4.3 if it would have done some other things right. But
wow,
4. Now this is their. I'll give it a 4. Was not a bad stick. Had a lot of potential to it. So if 1875 is your top cigar, you know what I'm saying? I can't think of the word I was really looking for, but if it's your top cigar, you need to just take your time and redo a few things, and it can go there. But
go there.
Get there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're that brand.
You're Romeo.
Nobody ever told you that you're Romeo. Look yourself in the mirror before you go to the warehouse and say, I'm Romeo Y Julieta. And carry yourself as such, man. You know what I'm saying? Because your name deserves it, man. You deserve some respect. We shouldn't have took an episode to take a dump on you, man, because you ain't carrying yourself. You need to carry yourself. But that's my score. I'll let you get into it, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so let me say this. I think Romeo did what you said that they should do. I need to find out when this NV came out and when it got introduced. I got a little bit of time to get this out. So this Romeo Y Julieta has enlisted the help of Placencia to create this NV.
Mm-hmm.
They got Placencia on board.
Okay.
They did it. They did it. NV
or you
did it. This just in.
Okay.
This just in. Newsflash.
Okay.
I just found out just today.
Okay.
The cigar, a lot of nuttiness, earthiness, really smooth. That spice I was looking for didn't really hit me off top. It kind of came in that end of the first third, which was very pleasant. Nice smoke, but the profile that it said that it should have wasn't quite there. It was more mild than I thought it would be. Very pleasant smoke, nice aromas. And it really hits me in that point of saying that, hey, look, we got a solid cigar here. And just to make it short, I'm going to get this cigar at 4.2, man. This Envy was actually pretty good. And we are out of time. But the cigar, I liked it.
Hey, man. There you go. 4.2 out of 5 from us right here, and a 4 on the other one that I had, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in this week.